All right, what's up? We are here, um, ready for a crazy game, crazy season against the Chicago Bears. Um, from what I understand, the Chicago Bears is a more like like America franchise, like where they like are worth a lot of money based off maybe the fan base. They're kind of like a Chicago a Dallas Cowboys type of franchise. Um, when I think of the Bears though, like I think of like good defense, and I think of Brian Urlacher. Maybe just because I'm young, I'm sure like the old heads they be like, oh, they remember everybody else, but I just always remember Brian Urlacher, like him and like Ray Lewis. Those was like the linebackers like back in my generation. Like it was like you had to be like them if you wanted to be a linebacker. Um, yeah, Brian Urlacher, he's definitely old school. So they kind of got that right now. I feel out of number 58 and number 52. Number 58 is huge as hell. Baker. I know I've been saying get 1 yard, but just make sure he's not within 5 yards of you, cause like I don't want Baker getting hurt. Definitely try to scramble, but try to get a juke, cause if they get one on you, I know you thug. You know what I'm saying? I know Baker Machiavelli out here, but I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Want to see him not come back out, get back up after getting hit by one of those dudes, because those dudes look like they get hit. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Baker might just truck him, stiff arm him. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it in any attempt, but if it happens, I mean, I'm still gonna jump up to my feet and be ooh and getting hyped. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean that's what I see. I see a solid defense. They can play well. This game is gonna really come down to our defense. Our defense. Can we stop their offense? They supposed to be playing Justin Fields. Obviously, we familiar being in Ohio. Um, he didn't win a championship, but even though he didn't win a championship, I know he was playing with a serious injury in his ribs, and for him to kind of gut it out and still play for Ohio State and give us, the best chance possible of trying to win the whole thing, I'm willing to kind of forgive him for that, because like it was like he went from Georgia to come to Ohio State. I was kind of like, how good is he? But I mean, he got talent for sure, and I didn't know he was as big as he was. Now that I didn't think he was taller than Lamar Jackson for them to say he was 6'3", but I think now that I see him like maybe in the huddle, it's like all right, he is kind of a bigger quarterback. He kind of I don't know, for some reason he just seems smaller. I thought he was like a 6'1" or 6 feet, but he might be like a 6'3". I don't know, 6'2" at maybe. Um, but what does that mean? I mean, obviously, Kyler Murray showing that none of that stuff makes a difference. Um, it's really can you throw the ball? Obviously you gotta create your own space and so forth. And bad at balls. But I remember Brock Osweiler, he was 6'7", and his shit used to get batted all the time. And I remember when we got him, um, I was just shocked because I was like, why did they get him? Like I remember seeing it in Denver that his like I was like, he's fucking 6'7". How is he getting his passes blocked? Shit happens. So I mean, especially if it's like predictable, you kind of be low key with it or quick with it. I don't know. Have a pump fake here and there, but yeah, Brock Osweiler, 6'7", passes blocked at the line. So y'all think about that when it's Baker. Oh, he's too small. But anyway, um, can our defense stop that offense? I mean, I'm kind of honestly, but this is our third game. I think we gotta have like one more game of them kind of like being mediocre, and then after that, after the 4 games, then we could start really, really putting like the bifocal or what's the thing with the eye, with the one eye, where it just be like the monocle or whatever. We start doing that to the to the team, to the defense, and look at it and just be like, what's going on here? You know, do you see what I see? But so yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like the same thing with the defense is. I feel like they said the same thing when I think Joe Woods came from San Francisco when Salah and all of them was there, that like the defense kind of started off slow, like where it was just like, they was talking about firing Salah for a long time, and then like just after a few years or so, whatever, the defense kind of being together, it was like they just caught fire. So it's like I kind of think that's what it's gonna be now. Is like where it's like everybody's like kind of frustrated and everybody's like, because they don't see what they're trying to get to. Because it's like, I mean, who enjoys a car ride? Nobody enjoys a fucking car ride. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I'm in Ohio. I want to get to Florida, but it's like ain't nobody gonna drive. Ain't nobody gonna enjoy the car ride. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I mean, to Florida. Fucking that's a long time, and there's a lot of, obviously sightseeing if you like to do that thing, try to play I Spy and all this other stuff. But it's work that need to be done in the midst of it, and then there's like knowledge that needs to be gained in between the time. So it's like all the stuff that, you know what I'm saying? It's just obviously we want it now. You want to go 100 miles, 200 miles an hour and just get there and just be like, all right, we arrived as a defense. But realistically speaking, I know that's just like, it's not going to be there. That's why I was trying to say after 4 games, I'm going to be like, all right. Because honestly, to be true be told, I'm not really feeling the whole zone stuff, especially with D Ward, like the Warden. Like, I know that's not his game. So it was like, him playing 5 off the ball or whatever like that, getting slants caught on him. And I don't know. I mean, you say it's technique or whatever, but but something needs to give or whatever like that. And I mean, I believe that they are going at it. And then I mean, I don't understand like how it's like hot seats and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, obviously Kev, I'm pretty sure picked Joe Woods to be the defensive coordinator. So it's like, I mean, unless like the Haslam's is going to like just revert all the good work they did by falling back and then try to take over the team and then fire the DC, I don't think Kev's just going to be like, I'm going to cut Joe Woods from my defensive coordinator like out of nowhere, or just without giving him, enough time, or not having expectations that this is going to take time. So, I mean, I get people going to have their opinions and, like I said, they frustrated and it's like we feel like the window is closing or whatever have you. But, I mean, it's obviously, we're 1-1 right now and there's still a lot more of the season. So we're 50%. So as long as we win this one, at least, like, get enough to, as a team, special teams, offense, and defense, everything's not all clicking all together. And since one's not really overlapping the other, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, we known as an offense, like a bona fide offense, and it's like, oh, we known as a bona fide defense. Or we known as like, oh, Josh Cribbs can always take one back at any moment, Demetric Felton or whoever so happens to be back there. We don't got that where it's like we known for one particular thing. You know what I'm saying? All we can be known for at this point is just being an efficient team, us controlling the clock, us not making mistakes, us doing our jobs. I mean, just the small things at this point, because if you try to do anything more, try to be, something that like you're not just really to be at, sometimes it's like, all right, you just got to wait for it to blossom and it'll just like happen. I mean, it can happen. I ain't saying like, oh, it can't make significant progress and growth and all that other stuff. So I'm not trying to say, oh, well, now you're making an excuse, or, oh, now you're trying to backtrack on the Super Bowl talk, or they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that when it comes to the progression and actually getting there to the destination, it's just going to be a long time. So it's like you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. But at the end of the day, as long as, like I said, we taking care of the smaller stuff and just kind of letting time take its course and everybody getting treatment and getting health and seeking the help that it seems like people are doing, then I don't really see why we can't be there. I mean, it's not time to hit the panic button on anything yet, I feel, truthfully, but that's just me. Maybe I'm biased about it all, but I'm just I'm patient. I don't see this as a losing team no more. It seems like a very fit, competent team. It's just they're not having any breakthroughs at this point. They have their good moments. But as far as like a consistent thing where it's just like we are, how they had us on paper, like, oh, this team is scary. This team is scary. It's like, oh, is they scary yet? Like we like kind of a folklore. It's like we heard of it, but is it really real? Is it true? You know what I'm saying? Now we kind of get there where it's like, they go through it and it's like, oh shoot, you shouldn't have started. You woke them up. It's real, and then everybody's scared and start running. So I mean, yeah, crazy analogy, but you feel me. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm thinking the team gonna win. I ain't gonna do predictions and all that other stuff. I mean, what I see us needing to do to win, like I said, just the defense. The defense is gonna have to come up big. I feel like we could trust Nick Chubb and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got a crazy running game, and that's the thing too. Our we got some thug ass running backs. You know what I'm saying? Between Kareem and Chubb. You know what I'm saying? So especially Kareem. So I mean, I ain't really seeing like he afraid of the linebackers. Like he probably gonna give him hell for real because he don't go down easy. But you know what I'm saying? Might as well get the linemen on their asses too, for real. Because if they don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to like give them time to go crush bait. What they've been doing is great. 20 passes, 25 passes, whatever. I don't care. Why everybody got to see 50 passes? But I mean, we might see it. Who knows? Depending on what the weather is, I would assume. I mean, but hey, Odell supposed to be out there too, but I don't really know how to feel about all that, meaning that like I'm not gonna get up here and just be like, oh, because I can just, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just a deploy, maybe they gonna say it just to kind of like get people to be all like, like the Chicago Bears that have to waste some extra sleep because they thinking that Odell gonna play and then he not play, and it was just all the tactic, but. If he does go out there and play, what I'm saying, I'm ready to see what's up. But like I said, I'm just gonna kind of fall back on that one because I ain't about to just jump on it because the media talk about it. You know what I mean? Because I know that happened one time before. So I don't know what time. But I just know it happened. So I'm just gonna hold the horses on that one. And yeah, so yeah, we just gonna see what's up. And I'm excited to see the game. And we'll see what happens. The real and sincere Browns fan, peace.